But when we understand I'm not this body, I am the spirit soul within the body. This is the key to overcoming all problems. This is the solution to every problem, even the problem of death, because the spirit soul never dies. We've all heard these things, but how to apply it practically in our life, that's the secret. And that's the difference between ordinary religion and philosophy and esoteric teaching. What we're doing here is esoteric teaching. It's practical. It's grounded. Yet it is expression of the highest philosophy. A greater theological understanding of the meaning of the self and God. What we need is not faith. Although faith is a good thing, a good quality, but we need more than faith. We need knowledge of spiritual things which we can apply. It's practical. It's real. Jesus uses the word soul. For example, it is better that a man lose the entire world than to lose his immortal soul. And there are many, many quotes like that in the Bible. But what is the soul? Where is that described in the Bible? Where is the definition of the word soul? These questions are not answered in religion. Philosophy and theology give us only speculation. Human beings cannot directly understand spiritual things. Therefore, we have to rely on authority. And that authority has to be on a higher than human level. So we look to the scriptures. But if that knowledge is not there in the scriptures, then what do we do? Huh? We have no choice but to speculate. And this is the whole history of Western civilization, because that knowledge was not there. We have simply speculated. I think that maybe because by logic and reason, according to what we can observe, which is not very much, I think the soul is sort of like, well, I don't really know. The cultural background we have is not very rich when it comes to the soul or any spiritual knowledge. Instead, we have a science which is based on sense perception. If I take something and I drop it, it falls down. And if I drop it again, it still falls down. What do you know? I just did a scientific experiment. Huh? In fact, every time I try this experiment, I get the same answer. When I drop something, it falls down. So why is this scientific?
We're seeing that it's happening, so it's proof.
Okay. But what about if I'm doing an experiment on something nobody else can see? Like my feelings, my consciousness, my thinking, reason, intuition. There's a whole class of phenomena associated with the soul that are not visible to these material senses, except within our own self. So, are these experiences subject to scientific verification?
No, because they follow the scientific method, and this not.
Well, wait a minute.
No, espera un momento.
Let's suppose I have an experiment, instructions for an experiment with my mind. I can say, if you follow these
Pero te puedo
instructions,
decir, si sigues estas instrucciones,
you will have some feelings.
tendrás estos sentimientos.
And if you follow those
Si los
instructions,
sigues,
then you get some feelings, right?
tienes esos sentimientos,
Like we all just
como
experienced.
ahorita.
You verified that the
Verificaste
process
que
works.
el proceso funciona.
That's scientific.
¿Eso es científico o no?
If I have a recipe,
Tengo una receta,
step by step,
paso a paso,
and I follow the instructions,
sigo las instrucciones,
and I get the result,
y tengo el resultado,
then I verified.
que no lo verifiqué.
It doesn't matter whether anybody else
No
knows about it
importa
or
que
not.
alguien más sepa o no.
See, we have a cultural thing
Tenemos
in the
una
West
cosa cultural en el occidente
that says,
que dice,
well, if it can't be
si
verified
no se puede
physically,
verificar físicamente,
then it's not real.
entonces no es real.
It's all in your
Todo
mind.
está en tu mente.
Or we say even it's only in your mind.
Solo está en tu
I'm not feeling very happy
No me
today.
siento muy feliz
Ah,
ahora.
it's only in your
No, solo
mind.
está en tu mente.
Huh? But you know, it's my mind.
Pero es mi mente.
So it's affecting me.
Me está afectando a mí.
And even if it doesn't affect you,
Me afecta a ti.
then maybe you don't care, but I
A
care.
ti no te importa, pero a mí sí me importa.
So
Entonces,
the condition of our mind and our
la condición
emotions
de nuestra mente y nuestras emociones
is very important to each
es
and
muy
every one of
importante
us.
para cada uno de nosotros.
Now, maybe nobody else in the world is going to know,
Tal vez nadie más en el mundo va a saber,
but we know.
pero nosotros sabemos.
We know our own heart
Nosotros
and our own
sabemos
mind
nuestro propio corazón y nuestra propia
because
mente,
we're conscious.
porque somos conscientes.
When you were a little baby,
Cuando eran un pequeño bebé,
just a little baby, did you have feelings?
¿tenía sentimientos?
Of course.
Sí.
Now do you have feelings?
¿Ahora tienes sentimientos?
Okay. When you're my age, are you going to have
Tengas
feelings?
mi edad, tendrás sentimientos.
Is there anybody older than me here?
¿Hay alguien más?
When I'm an old man, am I going to have feelings?
Cuando sea un anciano, ¿tendré sentimientos? Sí.
Okay. So it doesn't matter the body.
Así que no importa el cuerpo,
It doesn't matter the condition
no importa
the body
la
is in,
condición en la que está el cuerpo,
the age, the sex,
la edad, el sexo,
the health or disease.
salud, enfermedad.
As long as we're alive, we have
Mientras
feelings.
estemos vivos, tenemos sentimientos.
As long as we're alive, we have consciousness.
Estemos vivos, tenemos conciencia.
And that consciousness never
Y
changes.
esa conciencia nunca cambia.
The contents of the
El
consciousness may
contenido de
change.
la conciencia es el que cambia.
Just like if I watch one channel on the
Si veo
TV,
un canal en la televisión,
and I don't like that channel,
no me gusta ese
I can
canal,
change to another program.
puedo cambiar a otro programa.
I can change the contents of
Puedo
my
cambiar el
consciousness.
contenido de la
But
conciencia,
consciousness itself
pero la
is always the
conciencia
same.
por sí misma siempre es la misma.
I have awareness
Estoy
and
consciente,
I have an object of awareness.
tengo un objeto de conciencia.
And then I have the consciousness itself, which is the relationship between
La
them.
conciencia en sí, que es la relación
These
entre
three
ambos.
things are always there.
Estas tres cosas siempre están ahí.
Consciousness,
Conciencia,
the object of
el
consciousness,
objeto de la conciencia
and the contents of the
y el
consciousness.
contenido de la conciencia.
So many thoughts are coming and going in the
Los
mind,
pensamientos vienen y van en la mente,
but still the consciousness
pero
always remains the
la
same.
conciencia siempre es la misma.
Awareness, pure awareness, just like the
Conciencia,
sky.
conciencia pura, como el cielo.
And just like the sky is the most beautiful when it's clear
Como el cielo,
and
lo
pure.
más bonito es cuando está claro.
Similarly, our
la misma
consciousness
forma,
is
la
the most
conciencia
beautiful when
es
it's
la
clear
más hermosa
and pure.
cuando está limpia y pura.
When consciousness is conscious
La
of
conciencia
itself,
es consciente de sí misma,
it generates a pleasurable state
genera un estado de placer
that we call meditation.
que se llama meditación.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.